Hey guys, मैं हूँ Smokedship
और मैं हूँ Kankicks.
Welcome to MixedUp. What are we talking about? Three games.
Three big games.
Three big games. Let's
coming
just
in the
name them.
same time frame.
Within a very close time frame. It's going to be a big battle यार. पूरा धूम धड़ाका होने वाला है इसके बारे में.
तो हम बात करते हैं कि उन तीन गेम्स में से हमें क्या पसंद है, हमारे impressions क्या हैं उन गेम्स के बारे में.
So we're talking about Spiderman, जो PlayStation पे आ रहा है. We're talking about Red Dead 2, Red Dead Redemption 2. And we're talking about what's the third
Tomb
one?
Raider.
We're talking about Shadow of the Tomb Raider. What do you want to start with? Which game? कौन सा पहले उठाना है? पहले कौन सा रहा है वैसे?
Let's go with the order that they're coming with.
ठीक है.
So सबसे पहले तो games around September 7th को आ रही है Spiderman. Very कर सकती है date.
कोई ड्रिंक पकड़ो, आराम से बैठो.
लंबा होने वाला है.
ये लंबा चलने वाला है. Grab a coffee, grab पानी ले लो जैसे हम लोगों ने किया है.
So पहली गेम जो आ रही है that is Spiderman, which is around September 7th. कुछ कंट्रीज में थोड़ा ही ऊपर नीचे होगा. So mostly 7 to 10 के करीब में वो गेम आ रही है.
Sony exclusive, PlayStation exclusive.
पर जो बड़ी बात है is it that Insomniac is working on it, which is known for their fast-paced motion.
But it is a little वही चीज में लोगों को थोड़ा झटका लगा था.
अच्छा.
They thought it would be who were the guys who did Sucker Punch. They thought it would be Sucker Punch क्योंकि उन्होंने सुपर हीरो मूवीज बनाए हैं. And Insomniac was your Ratchet and Clank, and then क्या था वो the Alien one and the third Resistance.
Why do we forget one of the best games out there, Sunset Overdrive?
Sunset Overdrive was fantastic. They're definitely using a lot of mechanics from there.
Exactly. They basically जब बात करते हैं हम free flow चीज़ों की, Insomniac is one of the masters on those things.
They were in that game. Otherwise, it would be, I wouldn't call them a master of free flow combat. उन्होंने
एक game हमने जो चीज़ अब देखी है उसमें तुम्हारे impressions क्या हैं? What do you feel? अब जब हम free flow की बात करें, let's talk about Spider-Man का open free flow combat system. Combat पे बाद में जाएंगे. पहले हम सिर्फ
general idea.
सिर्फ उसका जो mechanic है, the base mechanic जो Spider-Man का होता है, उसकी बात करते हैं.
See,
that is swinging between different buildings.
Before that, I'll just let you know कि हमारा जो भी opinions है, these are premature, obviously, before the game has come out. So it's based on जो भी हमने observe किया है. They can change, they can maybe change little later based on more things that we see. And obviously, they would probably change or stay the same when the game comes out. So we'll have more news later. But अभी के लिए जो हमने देखा है, whatever we saw, जो सोनी ने दिखाया.
This is Peter Patterson on Spider-Man.
Let me tell you something, Patterson. Spider-Man like an 80s action. Who does he think he is? Disagree, Patterson. Spider-Man only cares about one thing. Himself.
और जो हमने गेम प्ले में देखा.
Dodge, flip, bounce, jump, swing, and marks like Avengers Tower.
Yes.
And such. Yeah.
And you'll be able to climb those?
Yes. Okay. So here's something I want to show.
So you're not having to do that thing where he's just learning his powers and learning. You're like, you can just go in and be a badass. You're 8 years into this.
Yeah.
We noticed a big difference.
See, I think so. दो categories हैं. Sony has been more focused on your cutscenes and cutscenes look good. But जब हम बात करते हैं open world की, some of the indoor environments are also good. जब हम indoor environments की बात करते हैं या फिर जहाँ वो Spider-Man ऊपर चढ़ रहा है, some of the boss
buildings and all that when he's close.
No, not the buildings. Okay. Circular area में he's going up and
जो boss areas
and there's his
stuff falling. जो E3 में था, E3 में जो दिखाया उन्होंने.
Exactly. So those are the areas and those are the things जब close हो जाता है world then
बहुत impressive लगता है.
It looks very impressive. Even जो बात करते हैं open world की when it's sunlight, it looks okay. But it is when you go towards your night time and when he's swinging and he's basically parkour कर रहा है all through this buildings and other things. It's just कि the fidelity just
it drops. I don't know अगर आप लोगों ने Spider-Man 2 खेला था PlayStation 2 days में back in the day, बहुत similar वही बात है इसमें.
Exactly.
And you know you almost feel like literally cut copy paste करके windows डाले हुए on the buildings and the textures, cars and light cones and all that.
यार जब बात हो रही है when it's a superhero, cut copy paste तो चलेगा, वो तो होगा. बात करते हैं जब combat की बात करते हैं, I feel combat in terms of what I've seen. It looks good, but तुम कह रहे थे उसमें पंच की थोड़ी कमी. But I feel कि Spider-Man को पंच की जरूरत नहीं होती. It's just a free flow combat. इतना because I don't think he's Batman that we need that punch and impact and other things.
It's not about his
power. It's about
power.
speed.
नहीं, it's not about his power. See, मेरा मतलब क्या था कि हम बेसिकली क्या बात कर रहे हैं कि जब हम उसका फ्री फ्लो कॉम्बैट देख रहे थे, फ्री फ्लो कॉम्बैट वेरी फेमस फ्रॉम योर गेम्स लाइक बैटमैन, वे यू नो इट वाज नॉट कि उसका सेट मूव है, इट इज़ कि डिपेंडिंग ऑन सिनेरियो सिचुएशन उसका कॉम्बैट इवॉल्व होते रहता है, राइट, एंड डिपेंडिंग ऑन वट एवर इज नियर बाय एनी ऑब्जेक्ट और समथिंग और दी अदर, कि अगर कोई ब्रेक हो उसको उठाएगा एंड स्टफ. सो इन स्पाइडरमैन व्हाट हैपेंड वाज वी वर नोटिसिंग देयर वर दीज कॉम्बैट सीन्स वेयर दीज यू नो थग्स आ रहे हैं साइड से एंड वो उनके साथ लड़ रहा है. एक सीन था वेर ही पिक्स अप द सेफ और बॉक्स एंड यूजेस इट यू नो विथ हिज web and you know hits the people around him. मुझे बस यही लगा कि see if it was a couple of years, maybe even 1 or 2 years back, maybe we're nitpicking, but it would have been fine. लेकिन after you've seen games like you've seen Last of Us, you've seen games like Uncharted, you've seen games like Batman also, and of course God of War, where small elements like camera shakes and all add so much to the experience. तो मुझे लगा थोड़ा मिस आउट कर रहे हैं for a game in this.
I would suggest कि हर एक गेम का ना एक विजन होता है. मेरा जो मानना है, so they are going for a more arcadey feel to the game. मेरे को जितना भी मेरा combat मैंने देखा है, they want to feel like a arcadey, have a arcadey feel to it. They don't want to have that visceral feel to it. Probably वो teen rating पे भी है कि you don't want to go that visceral.
Could be.
So we don't know कि उनका vision क्या है. But few of the things, जैसे कि जब वो web नीचे फेंकता है और ऊपर उठाता है person को and he just ties him over there. Some of those things, some of those animations look very good. And especially जैसे वो कार के ऊपर
when he goes through it and comes out from the other side.
Exactly, and just moving through it. That's the fantasy of Spider-Man. As Spider-Man, अगर कोई Spider-Man game खेल रहा है, that's the fantasy the person wants to live, and वो fantasy निकल के आ रही है. They have picked up few things from here and there, जैसे Batman games and other things, थोड़ा सा you know they have picked cues from it. जैसे वो ऊपर से आता है और नीचे आके then he just slams into the person. But मैं see for me, I don't know, for as Spider-Man, the fantasy of the free flow निकल के आनी चाहिए, और वो free flow जो होता है वो निकल के आ रहा है. There's a fluidity in the system,
in the movements
and other thing, in the combat also. एक lightness feel होनी चाहिए. वो lightness feel होती है, and like तुम ऐसे कार के ऊपर से ऐसे टर्न करके फ्लेक्स करके पीछे आगे पीछे ऐसे कर सकते हो and निकल सकते हो.
जो the good points, मैं अभी whatever bad points I talked about were there, the good points are के the way हम जैसे बात कर रहे हैं about how they're taking cues from Batman, a very important cue which is not mechanic or anything based is the kind of universe they're setting it in. It's not pure comic, it's not pure cartoon, exactly. It's not pure movie. It's a mixture of all. जैसे Batman में किया था. Batman was the mixture of the Nolan movies, the comics and the cartoons all put into one and beautifully put together.
And जब हम ये बात कर रहे हैं, even the art style itself.
And thank God for that. उन्होंने Spider-Man Homecoming का बकवास इसमें नहीं डाला हुआ है. Mary Jane's a brown girl and ये पता नहीं कौन.
It's authentic to the source.
It's authentic. Thank God for that. Thank God for that.
Plus, अगर तुम देखोगे the shading techniques that have been
Spider-Man Homecoming was crap. Just wanted to put it out there.
Let's come back to the topic. Just shading techniques used की हैं इसमें. It just looks like gives that 80 vibes
very,
to it.
Very much.
जैसे Hardy Boys novels के ऊपर जो painted.
Absolutely. So 100%. That is what I was trying to look for. Exactly. That Warner Brothers warm, nice feeling. Fuzzy सा. That is a beautiful.
It's very relatable, realistic, absolutely. But stylized at the same time.
Exactly.
So बहुत that's an art style that I really like.
That's what
and
jumped
it's fresh
out.
Also, it's not been done.
It's not been done since some time. थोड़ा सा Uncharted में था, without the saturation level that this has, but otherwise loved that. सबसे ज़्यादा तो वही jump out करता है.
जब हम Spider-Man की बात कर रहे हैं, the biggest thing that people looking for when we are looking in these hero stuff and hero games is the villains. तो हमने कौन से villains देखे? Can we count them down? We had what?
Now we're not big Spider-Man nerds, so we may not be able to count down all of them.
Rhino was there.
Rhino was there. I think Green Goblin was there. There was the white guy in the suit who I don't know who he is, but looks damn cool. I think Shocker was there. The hot chick in white.
Hot chick in white was here. And the person, I don't know, वो कौन सा, he's also a popular villain जो negative सा हुआ है ना.
The white guy.
The white guy.
He's the black guy in white.
Well, the thing is कि we are not that into the Spider-Man universe as such.
So we don't know much about it.
DC पे हम ज़्यादा inclined है.
If you guys, अगर आप लोगों को पता है, please drop it in the comments below. आपको ट्रेलर में कौन से name drop कर सकते हो विलेंस के. Go now.
If we have to separate कि Spider-Man के pillars क्या हैं, so good fluid animations when it comes to.
सबसे पहले would be art style.
What the art style?
Which jumps out.
See, art style would not make it, just accentuate it, make it and break it. नहीं करेगा. It just adds to it.
It attracts you in the first thing.
What what will make and break is जो आपका swinging mechanics है, which looks phenomenal.
Yes.
Like they look good. I wouldn't say phenomenal, but
there's nothing more you can do. To be honest, इससे ज़्यादा आप नहीं कर सकते उसमें. जो है वही है.
It's nice, it's varied, and it feels like you are in control.
And it has to be open. आप Spidey को close space में कर ही नहीं सकते.
Exactly. वो Spider-Man fantasy live करनी है. That is required. Second was the combat, which feels so far.
वो खेल के पता चलेगा.
You need to understand. जब हमने Batman खेली थी तब वो combat fresh था. It's very Batman-like. Problem is it can get repetitive.
The before we didn't mention that. कि somehow हमें vibe लगा. When he picks up that car and a cut scene comes in the middle. कोई QT events आते हैं कि hope not, but it could be इतने बड़े सिटी में बहुत side quests
इतना है. मेरे को इतना पता है कि बहुत सारे QT events आएंगे
and repetitiveness.
जहाँ हम repetitive चीज़ों की बात कर रहे हैं वहाँ पे हमने एक चीज़ और डिस्कस की थी that एक लीनियर एक स्टोरी पाथ तो होगा बट आसपास ना हमें बहुत फिलर कंटेंट लगा. We didn't feel that it's a fleshed out or organic world.
जितना ब्यूटीफुल इसका आर्ट स्टाइल और ओरिजिनल लगता है उतना कम इसका सिटी न्यूयॉर्क सिटी जस्ट डजंट फील लाइक इट्स समथिंग इन्वेंटिव दे क्रिएटेड.
तो मेरे को लगता है कि बार-बार वही साइड क्वेस्ट करेंगे कि ये कोई चोरी हो रही है, यहाँ पे कुछ हो रहा है,
बैंक रॉबरी, किडनैपिंग, कार हाइस्ट.
स्टोरी वुड बी दिस थिन, रेस्ट आई सी इज फिलर
कंटेंट.
सो but then it's a hero movie.
That's how Spiderman 2 was also. Spiderman 2 बहुत similar.
Yeah, but I would like कि जैसे ना treatment हम Red Dead पे आएंगे and other things how things can be taken care of.
Exactly, that's like a gold star how it should be done.
So उस चीज़ पे आएंगे, but let's move on.
I think you want to address the elephant in the room of exclusivity right now or later. Let's just finish it off. It's an exclusive to PlayStation.
It's an exclusive title, so you need to have a PlayStation 4 for
so, it. You know what? उसका point क्या है कि when Tomb Raider
PlayStation 4 और PlayStation 4 Pro.
when जब Tomb Raider timed exclusive था for 1 year on Xbox. People lost their shit. Like क्या बकवास iconic character like Tomb Raider only on Xbox. This is nonsense. I'm not going to buy it. Spider-Man, which is an iconic character, not even in the gaming verse. It is an iconic character everywhere, whether you're playing or not. Is exclusive to PlayStation. No one says anything.
See,
I find that downright
I just
cheap.
end up
even if Sony owns the character.
ठीक है, but the thing is कि somehow ना at that particular point of time they deserved it. और ना एक perception होती है. Xbox अगर for example EA we hate EA, Mass Effect आती है, even if in case Bethesda game में ज़्यादा bugs हैं, Mass Effect will get more hate because from a PR standpoint, Microsoft at that particular point of time, वैसी people लोग जो थे अक्के हुए थे, कहते यार क्या बकवास है. उसके बाद ये काम करते हैं, then it was like now they are acting cheap. Sony right now has a good market perception, so that's why they can get.
Why I wanted to put this forward is because people, even on IGN and on Sobona, they keep taking up for it. Oh, but it's their IP. It's like so what, man. Microsoft owns Minecraft.
IGN will always be inclined towards the bigger platform क्योंकि उसका bread and butter वहाँ से.
Anyway, guys, ये था हमारा outlook or rather, uneducated guess of sorts of Spider-Man. So let us know what you think in the comments below. हमारा opinion तो आपने सुन लिया.
Whether you will get this game or you're going to wait for TR or something like that or some other game जो तुम्हारे mind पे है.
Why would you get it? Why would you not get it?
Exactly. And आपका overall impression क्या है उसके बारे में?
Exactly.
Right?
Anyway, guys, I'm Smokedship.
And I'm Kankicks.
And this is MixedUp signing off.